What's happening behind the scenes could define the team's future, and believe me, the changes that are about to happen could alter the trajectory of the Los Angeles team forever. With the trade deadline approaching, the Chargers are at a crossroads, and a major move is being negotiated. Who could arrive to reinforce the offensive line? What decisions are being made to ensure Justin Herbert has the protection he needs? And what else are the Chargers planning for this crucial season? We have all the exclusive information for you. But before we delve into the details, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Today, the Chargers story is being written behind the scenes, and you won't want to miss it. The Los Angeles Chargers' victory over the Tennessee Titans was marked by intense emotions, but also a high price. The team won, but the offensive line, which had already been a headache since the beginning of the season, suffered further losses. Bobby Hart, the starting right tackle, was signed at the beginning of the season as a replacement for the injured Trey Pipkins. During the first quarter, Hart suffered a groin injury and was taken out of the game, leaving the Chargers without a reliable option at right tackle. And it didn't stop there. The worst-case scenario happened in the second quarter when former Chargers defensive lineman Sebastian Joseph Day used his experience to aggressively pressure Trey Pipkins. But the situation worsened when Tennessee Titans edge rusher Jihad Ward took advantage of an opening and pressured left tackle Joe Alt, violently colliding with his legs. Alt, who had been in great form this season, suffered an ankle injury and was carried off the field on a stretcher. The impact of this injury is incalculable for the Chargers, who are already constantly adapting their offensive line, putting even more pressure on the team. Will the Chargers be able to survive this wave of injuries until the end of the season? The Chargers, who already struggled to maintain a stable offensive line, are now on the verge of collapse. 5 different players have already played left tackle, 4 right tackle, and 3 right guard by week 9 of the season. This level of rotation is simply unsustainable, and the Chargers need quick solutions. Bobby Hart was playing in a crucial position, but injuries continue to plague the Chargers. Trey Pipkins is sidelined due to his previous injury, leaving the Chargers with few options to protect Justin Herbert, one of the league's most promising quarterbacks, but also one of the most exposed when his offensive line fails. Undoubtedly, protecting Herbert will be key to the Chargers remaining competitive in the AFC race. Do the Chargers have what it takes to solve this problem without jeopardizing the team's future? With so many players falling, the question remains whether the team will be able to turn things around in time to secure a playoff spot. The Los Angeles Chargers offensive line has undoubtedly been the team's biggest weakness this season. With each passing week, Justin Herbert, one of the NFL's most promising quarterbacks, finds himself increasingly exposed to pressure and sacks. And this is not something that can be ignored for long. Quarterback protection is the foundation of any successful team, and its absence can compromise not only Herbert's individual performance, but also the collective performance of the entire team. In the game against the Tennessee Titans, for example, the Chargers' offensive line was once again exposed, allowing 3 sacks and 15 quarterback pressures. And most worryingly, this result was achieved against a Titans defense that was missing Jeffrey Simmons, their biggest defensive star. In other words, the Chargers can no longer ignore that protecting Herbert needs to be a top priority. The Chargers urgently need reinforcements on their offensive line, and the deadline for this to happen is running out. The pressure on the Chargers coaching staff and management has never been greater. The window to make a decisive trade before the end of the season is closing, and the team can't continue doing what it's doing. The Chargers need new pieces, but more than that, they need immediate pieces that can positively impact the team quickly and effectively. The good news is that Jenkins of the Cleveland Browns is available and could be a solution for the Chargers. Jenkins is a versatile player, capable of playing tackle or guard, and that flexibility is something the Chargers desperately need right now. He could stabilize at least one end of the offensive line, and with his arrival, the Chargers could immediately improve Herbert's protection, allowing the Q to
B will have more time in the pocket to make his reads and throws. However, the crucial question now is, will the Chargers be able to close this trade before the trade deadline? Jenkins isn't the only name on the market, and several teams are interested in strengthening their offensive lines. The Cleveland Browns, currently rebuilding, may be willing to trade Jenkins, but of course the Los Angeles team isn't alone in this race. The competition is fierce, and the Chargers could find themselves in a real bidding war to try and secure the player. Furthermore, Jenkins' market value is high, mainly due to his experience and versatility, which makes the negotiation more difficult and competitive. With Bobby Hart out and Joe Alt recovering from an ankle injury, the situation on the Chargers' offensive line has become even more delicate. The lack of depth at the tackle position is a major concern, and the Chargers urgently need a player capable of filling that gap. Will the Chargers be able to make the right trade to improve their offensive line? And more importantly, will they be able to bring Jenkins to Los Angeles before the season clock runs out? Options on the market are limited, and time is running out. Every game lost due to an unstable offensive line could be crucial for the Chargers' future this season. Reinforcements may be the team's last hope, but time is running out, and decisions need to be made now. Chargers fans are waiting, anxious to see if the front office will act before it's too late. The Los Angeles Chargers' 2025 season has been a true roller coaster of emotions, full of challenges and surprises. Crucial injuries, especially on the offensive line, have threatened the team's stability, but surprisingly, the Chargers remain firmly in the fight for an AFC playoff spot. With a 6-3 record, the team is only one game behind the Denver Broncos in the AFC West standings, which puts the Chargers in a competitive position despite all the obstacles they have had to overcome. The offensive line has been one of the biggest headaches for the team, and injuries affecting Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton in the backfield have further complicated matters. To try and fill the gaps, the team has relied on Kamani Vidal, the makeshift running back. Vidal has been doing his best, but he's not the ideal solution for an offense that needs more explosiveness and consistency in the running game. This is where the name that could change everything comes in: Breece Hall of the New York Jets. Hall, with 3,000 career yards and considered one of the best running backs in the league, could be the key to solving the Chargers' backfield problems. Trading for Hall is a golden opportunity for the Chargers, but the question remains, will the trade materialize in time to impact the season? Breece Hall, at only 24 years old, is much more than just an excellent runner. He is one of the best receiving running backs in the league, which makes him even more valuable to the Chargers, as the team needs a running back who not only runs hard, but is also a threat in the passing game. The combination of Hall and Hampton in the backfield could form one of the most lethal duos in the NFL, making the Chargers' offense more balanced and difficult to defend. But will the Jets, with their 1-7 season, really part with Hall, one of their greatest offensive talents? If the trade goes through, the Los Angeles Chargers would not only gain a top-class running back, but would also have to reorganize their running back position for the future. Omarion Hampton, a first-round pick, could see his position threatened, as Hall's arrival would bring more competitiveness to the unit. Furthermore, Najee Harris, with his one-year contract, has no guarantee of staying, and the Chargers would need to rethink their future in the backfield. If Hall is acquired, it would force the team to make difficult decisions about what to do with the other running backs, but the improvement in the overall performance of the offense could be worth the reorganization. The big question now is, will the Chargers be able to strengthen themselves and move forward? The team has the potential to turn things around, but now is the time to act. Leave your comment and share your opinions, and don't forget to like and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates about the Chargers' future.